The next thing that you'll do is to create the student and teacher links. These are the links that are going to allow you to access the teacher app and the single link that you will share with every student in your class that allows them to access the student app. In order to create those links, which you will do, by the way, just at the beginning of the semester for each individual class. So each class will have their own unique link. In order to create those, you go to extensions. You go to AppScript. AppScript will open up the code. And by the way, if you know how to program, you can take a look at all the various parts of this software. It's only a couple hundred lines of code, so it's not complicated. And in order to create the apps, I go up to deploy this project. I'm going to do a new deployment. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot something here. So I want to create both the student and the teacher app. Look at these lines right here. Since this line is not commented out, a comment are these two forward slashes, but since this line is not commented out, that means that, of course, I'm creating the teacher app. So I'm going to deploy the teacher app right now. I'll go to a new deployment. You can put it in the description, but it doesn't really matter. I'm going to deploy. Okay, so just a word about the warnings. Google's going to give you several warnings. When you deploy this app, what you're doing is allowing the app, this executable link, to access the sheet that we put the user IDs in. So that's what the warnings are about, is that you're creating this link that is going to now have access to your data, which is that single Google sheet. All right, so I'm going to authorize access. You should only have to do this once. I'm going to choose the account, which I'm using my personal email. Now, Google hasn't verified this app. Google has a verification process, but since you're just creating the app, you can't go into that months-long process. So anyway, I'm going to do advanced. I'm going to say, I think this is safe. So I'm going to go to open poll. And then also it wants to access my account. That means it wants to access that sheet. It says that it wants to see, edit, create, and delete all your Google spreadsheets. No, just that single sheet. But Google just says that. It wants to access that single sheet, the one that has all your class information in it. And then I'm going to allow, and it's going to create this link that will be the teacher link. You don't need the ID number. I just need the URL for the web app. So I'm going to copy that, and then I usually keep that in a separate file. So here I have this file that has the teacher app in it. And now I'm going to do the same thing, except now I'm going to comment out this line and remove the comments from the student link. I'm going to deploy it again, new deployment, deploy. It won't take me through the same authorizations because I've done that. And now I can copy that link and I will put it in my document. You're going to share the student link with your students. I put it on my LMS and then they just click on it every time we have class. Then you will also share the teacher link, well, with yourself. So more about that and how we use the teacher link. So that's it. That's how you create the two links, which you, one, share with your students or use to access the teacher app.